Alright, now to explain the amendment process. And to my students, little warning, this is one of my favorite exam questions. This is something I want you to know long after this class is over. To amend the Constitution, we have to propose an amendment and then ratify the amendment. There are two ways we can propose it, and there are two ways we can ratify it. An amendment can be proposed either by two-thirds of the states calling a national convention, or it can be proposed by two-thirds of both chambers of Congress. So if the House and the Senate vote two-thirds each, they can propose an amendment. I will tell you right now that all 27 amendments we have on our Constitution were proposed by two-thirds of Congress. Never so far in our history have two-thirds of the states proposed an amendment that has been successfully ratified. Now, to ratify an amendment, it can be done either by three-fourths of the state legislature simply signing it, or it can be three-fourths of the states agreeing to it at a national convention called for that purpose. That's where the states will send delegates, and at least three-quarters of the states have to agree to it at that convention. Only one amendment has been approved by the National Convention, has been ratified, I should say, by the National Convention, and that is the 21st Amendment. The 21st Amendment overturned national prohibition of alcohol and left the alcohol question up to the counties. So now counties decide whether or not they want to allow alcohol and how they want to regulate it. Every other amendment has been proposed by two-thirds of Congress, both chambers, and then ratified by three-fourths of state legislatures simply signing it. The seventh article is mainly important for historical reasons. Article 7 says that in order for this Constitution to be legitimate, or whatever choice of words they used, at least 9 of the 13 states would have to agree to it. And I'll tell you that all 13 states agreed to it, so it's definitely legitimate. So those are the 7 articles. That is where the Constitution began. In order to get this Constitution passed, in order to get all of the states to agree, especially the southern states, the framers had to make an important promise. They promised that if the states would go ahead and ratify the Constitution, they would add a Bill of Rights. This is an idea that Thomas Jefferson as well as James Madison felt very strongly about. There would be a Bill of Rights that would protect the people and their individual liberties, and it would protect the rights of the states from intrusive federal power. This is what we call the Bill of Rights, and it is the first 10 amendments. They were ratified almost in perfect unison, actually within about 2 years of each other. The Bill of Rights today, well, this nice little cartoon kind of summarizes where we are with the two parties. The Second Amendment protects the right to keep and bear arms, and there is some debate over exactly what that means. But we would usually think of the Democratic Party as going after that, and that's why you have a donkey there with the War on Guns axe. The donkey commonly represents the Democratic Party. The War on Terror, of course, pushed by the Republican Party under George W. Bush. Here we have an elephant symbolizing the Republican Party, also chipping away at the Bill of Rights. Some parts of the War on Terror, mainly the Patriot Act, the Supreme Court has already ruled that parts of that violate the Fourth Amendment, which is our protection from unreasonable search and seizures. So if you agree with the Supreme Court, then the Patriot Act did indeed violate the Bill of Rights. So, the Bill of Rights, which I'm going to explain in the next part, but they are the first 10 amendments, and they were ratified all together, and it was necessary because many of the states would not have signed on otherwise.